Hello everyone. Today, we will start what is probably the most memorable journey on Ha Long Bay, a world natural heritage with the magnificent Sea Octopus cruise ship. Sea Octopus is not just an ordinary cruise ship, but an oasis floating on the sea, with a luxurious and modern design. From cozy buffet restaurants, large sundeck areas, to high-class resort cabins, Sea Octopus promises to bring an upscale experience amidst natural wonders. At exactly 8 a.m., we arrived at Ha Long International Passenger Port, one of the most modern and classy passenger ports in Vietnam. As soon as we arrived, the professional and enthusiastic staff of the Sea Octopus cruise ship were there to welcome and guide us carefully. Although the port is quite large, everything is very convenient and easy. The electric car picked up passengers right from the port gate, taking us gently through the large, modern space of Ha Long International Passenger Terminal, in an extremely convenient and comfortable way, giving everyone more time to admire the scenery before boarding the ship. At exactly 8:30 a.m., we were at the pier to start the 7-hour cruise. The atmosphere was very exciting. Everyone was full of energy. But strangely, from the moment the ship was about to leave the port, the sky began to be covered with dark clouds, signaling an unpredictable change. Sea Octopus, a 5-star luxury superyacht, likened to an oasis, floating in the heart of the World Heritage Ha Long Bay. Launched in 2022, Sea Octopus is not only a means of transportation, but also an architectural work of art on the sea, promising to bring the ultimate culinary and relaxing travel experiences. Sea Octopus Cruise impresses with a length of up to 70 meters. Designed with 4 modern and luxurious floors, including 2 extremely spacious sundeck decks, sundecks. With a large tonnage, the cruise can serve up to 280 to 300, making it one of the largest and most modern restaurant cruises in Ha Long Bay. Inspired by Ruok, a small octopus typical of Ha Long. The design of Sea Octopus is sophisticated and classy. The cruise not only focuses on the beauty of the outside but also invests heavily in the interior and amenities inside. Sea Octopus owns 2 super large restaurants, Bayside Delight and Sea Breeze, with airy, delicately decorated spaces, which can serve up to 150 guests at the same time. In particular, the cruise also has 3 separate VIP dining rooms, Limestone Room, Lagoon and Daydream, providing private, luxurious space for small groups, families or couples. The Echo Bar and Lounge on the 3rd floor is a highlight, equipped with the most modern sound and lighting system, where visitors can burn themselves out with vibrant DJ music. or enjoy cocktails with the melodious sound of violin and guitar. The cruise also has large reception areas, and even a mini golf course on the deck for visitors to entertain. All amenities are designed to bring the most comfortable and high-class experience to visitors. With a solid steel hull structure and built to international standards, Sea Octopus ensures absolute safety for every journey. A team of professional, attentive, enthusiastic and friendly staff are always ready to serve, providing 5-star service, making every visitor feel welcomed and cared for. Sea Octopus is truly a perfect choice for those looking for a classy and memorable journey on Ha Long Bay. Sea Octopus prides itself on being a culinary cruise, with diverse buffet and set menu meals, harmoniously combining the quintessence of Asian, European cuisine with fresh seafood typical of Ha Long. The rich menu ensures to satisfy all tastes, from traditional Vietnamese dishes to sophisticated international dishes. A hearty lunch on board is not only a culinary enjoyment, but also an opportunity to admire the majestic beauty of the bay through large glass windows. As expected, after just over half an hour of floating on the bay, around 10 o'clock, the first raindrops began to fall. At first it was just a drizzle, but then it quickly turned into a downpour. I thought it would be disappointing. But no, the rain painted a completely different picture of Ha Long. The majestic limestone islands seemed to be covered by a thin layer of mist, creating a magical, hazy, and enchanting beauty. The surface of the bay was no longer brilliant blue under the sun, but turned into a silvery grey color, flat and quiet. The sound of rain falling on the deck, mixed with the sound of waves gently lapping against the side of the boat, created a unique symphony of nature. At around 10:30, our boat docked at T-Top Island. It was still raining, but that did not diminish everyone's excitement. Thoughtfully, the crews had prepared raincoats to give out to visitors. Everyone was wearing colorful raincoats, creating a rather funny and lovely scene. We started our mountain climbing journey, intending to go to the top of the island to see the whole view of Ha Long Bay from above. But when we had only climbed halfway, there was a sudden announcement from the island management board. Due to the rain and wind with thunder and lightning, the weather situation was complicated. To ensure safety, visitors were advised not to continue to the top of the island. So the whole group had to turn back, both regretful and understanding that safety is still the top priority. Although we could not reach the top, that moment, standing in the middle of the misty nature of rain and smoke, the sea and sky blending together, also created a memorable experience. Unfortunately, on this journey, we could not visit Hang Luon. Normally, this is a very interesting destination for kayaking or taking a bamboo boat through the unique cave to enter a quiet lake inside. However, due to the rain earlier and to ensure the safety of tourists, the cruise management board decided not to organize this activity. Although regretful, safety is still the top priority. At around 11:15, the rain began to stop. The dark clouds gradually dissipated, revealing a clear blue sky. At this time, the beauty of Ha Long Bay seemed to awaken after the rain, making everyone amazed by its new appearance. When the last drops of rain stopped falling, the entire bay seemed to be washed away, donning a pristine and unusually vibrant beauty. The weak sunlight penetrated through the thin layer of clouds, scattering sparkling streaks of light on the water surface, creating winding silver stripes. The limestone islands, which had been silent in the rain, now appeared more clearly, with towering cliffs, and the lush green vegetation seemed to be watered and full of life. The air became strangely fresh, carrying the cool breath of the ocean and the scent of plants after the rain. Every detail of this natural wonder became clearer and more attractive than ever. At this time, there was no longer a misty fog. Instead, a bright, energetic and inviting Ha Long Bay. After the rain stopped, the whole group returned to the ship to prepare for lunch, one of the most anticipated experiences on the Sea Octopus cruise. At exactly 11:30, the buffet was served in the luxurious restaurant space on the middle deck. The cool space, the faint scent of the sea, the melodious music and the delicate decoration made the meal like a light party in the middle of the bay. The dishes are extremely diverse, from fresh seafood such as steamed shrimp, grilled oysters with cheese, scallops, sweet and sour squid, to traditional Vietnamese dishes such as fried spring rolls, fried rice, and even European dishes such as pasta, mixed salad, garlic butter bread, not to mention the dessert counter, with tropical fruits, cakes and cool jelly. Drinks are served at the table, with mineral water, juice, wine or cocktails, depending on your choice. In the middle of the vast sea and sky, enjoying a cozy lunch, full of aroma, color, taste is truly a wonderful highlight in the journey to explore Ha Long. After a full lunch, at around 13:15, our next destination was Sunset Cave, one of the largest and most beautiful caves in Ha Long Bay. With each step into the cave, we were amazed by the majestic beauty of the stalactites and stalagmites formed over millions of years. The cleverly arranged artificial lighting further enhances the magical, shimmering look of the space inside the cave. After memorable experiences in the bay, our next destination is Sunset Cave, a masterpiece of nature. Worthy of the name it was given, located on Bohon Island, in the central area of the World Heritage Site of Ha Long Bay. Sunset Cave is not only the largest and most beautiful cave but also one of the caves that attracts the most visitors. The name, Sunset, comes from the feeling of being overwhelmed, surprised and shocked by French explorers when they first set foot here in 1901. They named the cave Grotte des Surprises, meaning Cave of Surprises. The contrast between the rather narrow entrance and the grand, magnificent scale inside is what creates this shock. It was not until 1993 that the cave was officially opened to visitors. To reach the cave entrance, visitors will have to climb about 50 winding stone steps hidden under the cool green forest canopy. Although a bit challenging, this is also an opportunity for you to admire the panoramic view of Ha Long Bay from above at different angles. After passing through a narrow rock crevice, a completely different world opens up before your eyes. Sunset Cave is divided into two main compartments, or three compartments depending on the classification. Each compartment has its own distinct beauty. The first compartment. This place is likened to a large, spacious theater, with a soaring ceiling, covered with a layer of smooth, velvet carpet. Countless stalactites and stalagmites shimmer, hanging down from the ceiling like natural chandeliers, sparkling under the cleverly arranged artificial lighting. The myriad of stone shapes stimulate visitors' imagination, making us think of images of elephants, seals, and even people gathering. Second compartment, connected to the first compartment by a small path. The second compartment opens up a much larger and more majestic space, which can accommodate thousands of people. The cave is immense, with towering stone pillars and giant stalactites of all kinds of strange shapes such as ancient banyan trees, sea bears, dinosaurs. Light from the outside sometimes enters, creating a magical natural light, making the scene shimmer and mysterious like a fairyland. Sunset Cave is not only beautiful in terms of landscape but is also associated with many interesting legends. One of them is about Saint Guillaume. People believe that after defeating the invaders, Saint Guillaume flew to heaven, leaving behind a precious sword and iron horse in the cave to reassure the villagers. The small ponds in the cave are said to be the footprints of Saint Guillaume's iron horse, and the stone blocks shaped like elephants, horses, swords and spears are said to be relics left from the battle. With its unique beauty and impressive scale, in 2012, Sunset Cave was honored to be in the top 10 most beautiful caves in the world, voted by the Association of Czech Travel Agencies and Brokers. This further affirms the value and attractiveness of this wonder. Coming here, visitors will be truly amazed by the endless creativity of nature. At about 14 o'clock, after exploring Sun Sot Cave, the Sea Octopus cruise began its journey back to the dock. The golden afternoon sunlight began to spread evenly over the bay, adorning the limestone islands with a different beauty. Everyone relaxed on the deck, admiring the scenery of Ha Long for the last time, together reviewing the memorable moments of a day full of surprises and excitement. Although there was a sudden rain, it brought a very different, very special experience of Ha Long. Thank you Sea Octopus for bringing a wonderful journey, and thank you for joining Travel to Vietnam official on this trip. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next exciting trips. See you again!